Everything. I mean, not just all the films, but the Friends, the show, everything. I'm just a huge fan. Because you're so sweet. You're so, I don't know you really well, but you're so sweet, and you played an evil twin, so that's weird.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah, you don't seem like.
Ellen, showtime.
Okay, just one second. I'm talking to Lisa, and I'll be. But to play an evil twin would be a challenge because you're such a kind, gentle person.
I try to be.
Yeah, well, you are. I know that's what you are. So to act that way must be really
hard.
Yes.
Well,
I'm sorry. They're all set outside. Showtime.
I know. I'll talk. 1 second. We're just talking to Lisa, but it just. Well, if you're not going to go on, then I will. That's what I say, perfect to all of you. Back at you. What a perfect group of people. If I had a camera, I'd photograph you right now, or I'd paint you, is what I do. If I could sculpt you, I'd decoupage you. I would do it. I don't know if you know this about me, but I do love art, and I love everything about art. I love the paint, the clay, the velvet, all of it. But what is art, really? Is art architecture? Is art writing? Is it film? Is it a man's name that's short for Arturo? Yes, 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 and sometimes. I really do. I love art. I like to go to museums and galleries, but there's always that one person that stands right in front of the painting for way too long, like they've never seen dogs playing poker before. All I can say is art comes in very, very many forms and is interpreted by people differently. Really, everyone has my viewers, they send me many pieces of art that are meant to be likenesses of me, yet they're different. They're all different. Very different. Extremely different. We've started a museum. It's in the Riff Raff room, and I'm going to take you there a little bit later. You're going to see some of the viewer art and also some show memorabilia that we've used. But let's just take a look just right now at a few pieces sent recently by our viewers. This one right here. This piece is one of my favorites. The artist has incorporated my love of animals and my innate curiosity and has me coming through a doggy door into someone's house, I believe. I'm calling this piece Breaking and Entering. All right, and then this one right here. Notice the wide brush strokes. I recommend using a wide brush stroke, especially if you're in a hurry or painting a house. All right, this right here is this drawing I actually sat for, and every single time I see it, I think the same thing. What was the point of sitting nude? Why? I appear to be dressed in some kind of business suit, and he has me holding a picture of me, I think, as a child. I believe this is the first time I ever learned the phrase, "How dare you!" So, and then there's one more. Where is it? Where? No, there was another one. All right, never mind. Bring the rug out. This is a rug that someone sent me, and I'm speechless. There's no reason. This rug, come on over here and hold it. But you'll have to hold it, though.
Okay.
I can't.
Like this?
Yeah, exactly, just like that, bent like that. This rug, it speaks for itself. And what it makes me want to do is cut a rug. Museum of Ellen. I will be your docent. Please no flash photography, and but feel free to sketch me. Okay, remember these are likenesses of me, not exacts. This right here is an interpretation of my high school graduation picture. I call this one, who is this? This one right here is a painting I'm going to call, I'm going to sue my doctor. Clearly, there's some kind of a scar right there. I don't know what happened to me. And if my eyes ever get this big, please tell me. All right, this supposedly is at the premiere of Jennifer Lopez's movie Monster-in-Law, which I did not go to. And I've never been asked to stand posing for a painting on a red carpet. That would slow things down tremendously if they painted us instead of took pictures. This, I suppose, is, I guess that's Jane Fonda right there. This is either me or I don't know. I don't know who that is. I think it's Stephen Cochicoco or whatever his name is. I think that's Melissa Rivers and, of course, Prince Charles. But I didn't go. But anyway, this one right here is, here's another one, and this is called The Garden of Good in Ellen. And clearly right here, I only put sunscreen in those two spots right there. Let that be a lesson to you. All right, and there are two hidden Ellens in here that you don't find right away. There's one right there, which is, I think, the picture that the guy tried to paint of me up there. And when I'm going, how dare you? And then there's one here also. I don't know if I'm an angel or a mosquito, but I'm on there. And this one right here that someone sent me, beautiful, and I call this, Are My Roots Showing? Because, on display in the museum, but it's not all, you know, my art. There are a lot of artifacts that have appeared on the show. This is Big Gin. Of course, we use Big Gin to give away stuff for the holidays. And so anyway, thanks for being here, Big Jim. I appreciate it. See you later. And here, of course, is a portrait of my mama, and I call this Holla to Mama. And which actually brings us to a new special exhibit in our museum. It's called Bad Family Photos. And this is the newest edition right here. This actually is from Wendy Shute from Gretna, Nebraska. And she said the picture was taken like 1970s, something like that. And it actually looks like they were all auditioning for the same part in The Village People. That's what I think. This is from Deborah Perot from Sunbury, Ontario, and the picture was taken in the 70s. She says, this is me and my parents, and she says, what was I thinking? This is what she said when she wrote to us, and probably she was thinking, if I get these apple fritters off my ears, I can hear the photographer. All right, then we have a very special art installation to tell you who's on the show today. You recognize her. She was one of the funniest friends for 10 years, and now she's starring in the HBO series The Comeback. Lisa Kudrow is here. Also on the show, she's a fascinating woman. She's an outspoken journalist and award-winning TV producer. Her new kids show, her kids show, Nick News, is in its 14th season. She's also a best-selling author. She's got a new book called Take Big Bites, Adventures Around the World and Across the Table. My friend Linda Ellerby is here. And singing Unchained Melody for us today, international music sensation El Divo is here. Also on the show today, an 8th grader created this new this work of art for his class project, and he calls it Ellen Island, and he's here with his teacher, Miss Wood. 13-year-old Joshua Kim is here. That's the end of the Ellen Museum. Please visit when you're in town. Don't go away. I'm going to be talking to 13-year-old viewer Joshua Kim when we come back. We'll be right back. A few days ago, a teacher sent us a letter telling us about her student who created something they knew that I would like. From Torrance, California, please welcome Miss Hood and her 8th grade student, 14-year-old Joshua Kim. Sit down.
How you doing?
Good.
Yeah? I'm really, really excited you're here. I mean, I can't tell you. They don't even know what you did yet. It's so impressive. And Miss Hood, so what made you, what made you write to me?
Well, as you mentioned, I'm an 8th grade teacher in Torrance, and I recently assigned a project. And Josh is the kind of kid who, when he gets an assignment, he just takes it and runs. He does above and beyond. 110%. Count on him. His friends love him. I love him. And I wanted you to know about him.
Well, I'm glad, because this is, it's not just, so first of all, tell us about what the class assignment was.
Well, I teach language arts, or English, and the assignment was a creative writing assignment to build or create your own island. Writing about it start to finish. So he decided to create an island about you, whereas a lot of kids did Fruit Loop Island, Pop-Tart Island, things like that. And Josh was the first kid to actually do an island about you.
And Ellen Island.
Ellen Island.
And Josh, what made you want to create Ellen Island?
Because I'm your biggest fan, and I love you and your show. And like, you're really nice, funny, fun, exciting, inspiring, educational.
Wait a minute, now you've lost me. What have I taught you?
Well, like, you taught me to be compassionate to other people.
Good.
And, like, yeah, to be social.
Good.
Stuff. Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
then I like it. Okay. All right, I'm gonna show you on the looky-loo, and you can look at your monitors, Ellen Island. It's just so impressive. First of all, this is the cover right here. And, okay, so, and it's the shape of an E, right? The island? So basically, it's that, which is very clever. But if you start looking at it, I mean, you have, what is this right here? What's this?
That's the Ellen Grand Mall.
The Ellen...
Hotel.
The
Sorry,
Grand Hotel.
Hotel,
All right, let's take a closer look of the hotel. There's a picture in there, I think. This is the hotel.
Yeah, and that's your water fountain dancing right there.
Yeah. And sketches of me, which are great. And there's a whole, like, you should see the report. There's a whole report in here that he writes about the entire, and what do you say, who stays here?
Like celebrities, like Gwen Stefani, you know, Will Smith, Queen Latifah.
All right.
Stuff.
Good. And then there's a rope to keep all the rest out, right there.
Yeah.
Okay. Great. And Miss Wood, Miss Hood, I called you Miss Wood. I had a teacher named Miss Wood who was one of my favorite teachers in Atlanta, Texas. So anyway, so Miss Hood, what is your first name?
Larissa.
Larissa Hood. And what is the special ritual that y'all have?
Well, sometimes, as you guys know, being in the 8th grade isn't the easiest time in your life. And when Joshua gets stressed out, he comes running in during first period and, oh, I can't go through today. I have a big test, whatever. And I'm like, well, what would Ellen do? And what do we say?
Dance.
Dance. She would dance.
And then y'all dance?
And then we dance.
I
and
love
then
it.
like washes all of his troubles away. And he gets
I
through the
love
day.
it. I love it. Thank you for that. I'm actually going to work on this Ellen Island if Trump can have all the land he has and all the I'm working on Ellen Island as soon as we finish this. All right, so you're so amazingly creative. I'm so impressed by you. I mean, when I saw this, as soon as I saw it, we were trying to figure out how quickly we could get you on the show. So we got some gifts because just because you deserve them to continue to create. Oh God, don't get too excited. No, it's great. And your mom's in the audience, so this will be fun. She'll enjoy all these things too. You love beautiful art, so we are going to give you a gift basket along with a $500 gift certificate from Michael's, the nation's largest arts and crafts store. That you're going to get right there. And you can pass it on down there. All right? And so there's all kinds of cool things from Michael's, and including a $500 gift certificate. And so you'll never miss, I know you rush home from school, but you get home at 3:15, so you miss my monologue and you miss my dancing. So that's a bummer. So you'll never have to miss that again. We're giving you a TiVo. And we're giving you a recorder with a lifetime subscription. You have to worry about that. All right? All right. And I'm telling you, you want to be a graphic artist, right?
Yeah.
You should. I mean, you're really, really good. Your stuff is amazing. If people took a look at this, they would sign you up right away someplace, because you're really impressive. And because you created such a wonderful island, we're going to send you and your family on a trip to another special island. We're going to send you, courtesy of American Airlines Vacations, you and your family are going to get a 4-night, 5-day stay at the Hyatt Regency Waikiki Resort and Spa in Oahu, Hawaii. It's a spectacular resort overlooking the world-famous Waikiki Beach. So you're going to Hawaii. Lisa Kudrow joins us after this. Don't go away. We'll be right back. Our first guest played the lovable Phoebe for 10 seasons on Friends. Now she's got her own series, The Comeback, on HBO. Take a look. Please welcome Emmy Award winner Lisa Kudrow. Welcome, Lisa.
Thank you.
You make me laugh, and it's you kind of don't even have to say anything. You just know whatever you're going to say is funny. Just that one little after the People's Choice. So, just that makes me laugh. You're very, very funny.
Thanks.
And congratulations. Tomorrow is your 10-year wedding anniversary?
That's right, yeah.
10 years, that's great. Michel, is his name?
Michel.
Michel?
Yeah.
But he's very French. I've met him once.
Yeah.
And it's very thick accent.
Very thick.
So, and how long has he been here? Easily 10 years, because you've been with him.
Yeah, 1987.
Uh-huh. And he's from what part of France?
Paris.
And do you how did you meet him?
Oh, I was living with a French girl, and he had just moved here, and they were dating. So, and, but I'm like freakishly polite, so I saw him and went, well, he's the perfect man, and it's all ruined. Because now they're together, and I can't. That's not nice to
So you knew
flirt.
right when you saw him?
The minute I saw him, and well, that's it, there he is. But so I was so afraid anyone would see that I liked him. So when he'd come to pick her up, he'd say, oh, hello, Lisa. I'd say, hi. And I'd go and leave the room, and he thought I was a freak. They went out for 2.5 months, and then 6 years later, I met him again at her birthday party, and we just never stopped.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
beautiful. That's
the way I tell it, Oh, that way.
That way, it's a beautiful story.
That way, it's a beautiful story.
Yeah, and are you friends with her? Obviously, that doesn't...
Yeah, we're still friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now, so you're doing The Comeback. Is this... Did you want to go right into another show after Friends ended, or did you... Because it seems Matt went right into one, but...
Yeah.
Were you getting bored sitting at home?
No, I really didn't expect 1 year later, and it's a year almost exactly, to be doing another show. But, you know, I just met up with Michael Patrick King. He ran Sex and the City. That's who he
Very
was.
funny guy.
Very funny guy.
Yeah.
Super talented. And so we were talking about, you know, how we're both done, and he's like, well, I don't know, our agents set us up and said, you know, you guys should maybe do a show together. And we both went like, I don't know, what show? And I said, well, there's only one show in the world I would ever do, and it's this character that I did at the Groundlings, and I want to do it again. And once we started playing with it, it was a 3-hour lunch, and the pilot was like outlined.
Really?
Yeah, so it was super easy, and then
And what's it about? It's called The Comeback.
it's called The Comeback. It's about an actress who is so desperate to be back in the spotlight that she agrees to be on a reality show called The Comeback.
So she was on a popular show.
It was okay.
Oh, it wasn't a
It wasn't
popular
that popular. It was popular enough.
And then she was gone for a while.
10 years.
10 years. And so she's now on a new show.
She's on a new show called Room and Board.
Room and Board.
B-O-R-E-D.
Uh-huh. That's clever. They always have the clever
It's a clever-
spellings.
uh-huh.
And
And
now,
her old show was called I'm It.
Uh-huh.
And she was it.
Uh-huh.
And so she wants to be it again, but it's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen.
It's just not.
So she's doing so it's basically you're filming a sitcom and then there is a reality show filming you
while she's
right.
at work and at home. And at work on the sitcom, she's, started off as, 4 sexy singles living in a condo in Newport Beach, or Manhattan Beach. And then she shows up for the table read, and it's her and 3 other 19-year-old girls. Because the network went younger.
That's great.
As they do.
So in the reality, then we see you're not happy with that, probably.
She's a trooper.
Okay.
So she's super happy because she's working, and she's on not 1 camera, but 2 shows. So she spins everything into it's all good.
Now, do you like the reality shows? Do you watch anything?
Yeah, I do. I watch. Yeah.
What do you watch?
I watch The Apprentice and America's Next Top Model.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you watch because you like it, or are you watching for research?
Oh, some of them I like, and some of them I watch for research. More like the bio ones, like Gas to Know Girls. I was watching.
Uh-huh.
I couldn't stop.
Which I hadn't seen, but have you seen that, the Gas No Girls? I haven't seen that.
Oh, some of you?
Yeah.
A couple of episodes? Yeah.
And did you pick the girl that won for Tendra? Is that her name? That won the...
The Apprentice, Kendra?
Kendra?
Yeah.
Did you
it
pick
was
her?
Tana or Kendra.
Yeah.
That's where you got confused.
Yeah. Because I
Kendra.
actually just caught it the last night that it aired. And I knew that people seemed to really be happy that one won.
Right. Well, she did really well in the final task.
Yeah. Okay, so you were rooting for her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was. I liked Tana all along. Don't get me wrong, in case you're watching.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Tana.
Yeah. I like them all. They're all fantastic.
They're all wonderful, aren't they?
Marvelous people. Yes. All right, we have to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to play a game called What's Your Next Line? So you have to remember your lines from Friends.
Okay.
I think you'll do it.
Well,
All right,
see.
we'll be right back. We're back with Lisa Kudrow, and now it's time to play What's My Next Line? Too late now. All right. Here's how the game works. Since Lisa starred as Phoebe Buffay for 10 seasons on Friends, she should be able to remember her lines, right? Well, we're about to find out.
Well.
We're going to play a clip from the show, pause it, and see if Lisa can remember her next line. You ready?
Yeah.
All right, let's roll the first clip.
I really want to talk to you.
I know, I still need to talk to you.
Oh, but before you guys do that, I need to talk to you. And Ross, I need to talk to you.
Oh, and I need to talk to you.
About what?
Do you remember?
No.
Just,
Should I make something up?
just get into character.
Yeah, all right.
What would
I
she
need
have
to talk
said?
to you. Because I want to be part of it.
Something like that.
Is it?
Yeah, play it.
See if you know what these guys are talking about.
So see if you know what these guys are talking about. It was such great writing on the show. All right,
Yeah.
so let's see. Roll clip number 2, please.
Saw Santa Claus, he said hello to Ross. And please tell Joey.
It's gonna rhyme with Joey.
Yeah. Snowy.
Well, what would come before Snowy?
Something funny. Snowy.
Let's roll it.
Christmas will be snowing.
I just clapped for myself. I was like, oh, well done. That was funny.
Well, you're clapping for her.
Yeah, her.
It's all right. But it's no. I like that. You went up like that.
You have to play with it.
I wish you would have brought a guitar. You could play that next time. All right. Let's roll the next one.
Who wants to do it? Oh, can I?
Vegetarians never get to do the wishbone. It's really not fair either.
It's such a good line.
Uh-huh.
I assume.
It is. Well, you're a vegetarian, and why would you want to do it?
I don't remember. I kind of remember. I feel it.
Uh-huh. No, I get it. I know. It's hard to remember these things. It's a lot of shows. How many shows did y'all do?
8,000.
Well, now you're lying because that's...
241.
All right. That's a lot.
No, it's a lot. And I don't know if that's the right number.
All right. Clearly, you don't even remember your line.
I know. Vegetarians, we
Just
I don't
because...
know. We wish we could eat meat. No, that's not it. That's
No.
not. They wrote better than
All right,
that.
roll it.
You know, just because we don't eat the meat doesn't mean we don't like to play with the carcasses.
All right. One more clip. I think you'll know this one. One more.
Although, if we're going to do that, we should probably call me Daddy, too.
I like that, Daddy.
I was just talking about Rachel.
Daddy? I don't know.
All right, let's roll it.
Ooh, is Daddy getting angry?
Laugh all the time.
Oh, my God.
All right, that concludes this episode of What's My Next Line, and the clips were from Friends Season 9 DVD, which is in stores now. The Comeback premieres this Sunday at 9:30 on HBO. Il Divo performs after this. Don't go away. Our next guest is an Emmy Award-winning journalist. Her new book is called Take Big Bites, Adventures Around the World and Across the Table. Please welcome my friend, Linda Ellerby. I love that you're here. You look fantastic. Are you trying to dress like me on purpose?
Always.
Yeah?
You are my fashion idol.
You,
Yes, for years.
cute. Those are cute. I like the black high tops.
Well, I wear red ones on Nick News, but I thought, well, you know, I'm going out to do the Ellen Show. I'll get formal.
Fancier. The black. Evening wear is the black tennis shoes for me. Yeah. Well, so welcome. And the last time, well, not the last time I saw you, but you played yourself on the last episode of my show, which I thought you did very well playing yourself.
I thought I was terrible, but I had practiced being terrible. I played myself on Murphy Brown, and it was doing that and doing your show that I learned that there's a difference between playing yourself and being yourself. And I got this great respect for actors after that. I thought, this is really hard work. You know?
Well, that's what everybody thought. I was kind of close to myself on my sitcom, but I wasn't really myself. But it is hard to just relax and play yourself. You know? This is the first time I'm actually being myself.
And you're great at it.
Yeah,
Who
I
could
like
do it better? I mean, who's better qualified?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm pretty. I know myself now, so I can be myself. So now you've interviewed so many different people. I mean, when you think about, we were talking to Lisa about remembering, you know, just even shows that she was in. When you remember all the interviews, heads of state, serial killers, does one interview stand out that you remember the most?
Actually, I thought about this when I was writing the book, and I thought about of all of the heads of state and generals and serial killers, and sometimes they were all the same person.
Same person, yeah.
That I had interviewed over the years, and who really stood out, and it was, I was fortunate enough to meet the man who invented nachos.
You were?
Yes, I was.
Wow.
He was an old man when I met him, but it had happened in 1943 in Texas, in a little town, Eagle Pass, Texas, had an army base, and across the river in Piedras Negras, Mexico, there was a place called the Victory Club, and one afternoon, some of the officers' wives went over there and ordered some margaritas at the Victory Club and asked the owner for something to eat while they got drunk. And he went in the kitchen, and the chef wasn't there, but there was a waiter. And he said, make them something. And the waiter couldn't cook. So he looked around, he didn't want to lose his job, and he took some tortillas, and he tore them into quarters, and he fried them, and he sprinkled yellow cheese that he grated on them and broiled them, and then he put on sliced jalapenos, and he brought them out and served them to the ladies, and this is how history gets made. The ladies said, "Oh, these are wonderful. What are they called?" The waiter's name was Ignacio Anaya. Ignacio. In Spanish, the short name for Ignacio is Nacho. So the owner said, "Well, these are nachos especiales, like Charlie's Specials."
Right.
And the women said, "We love them. You must keep them on the menu." Somewhere along the way, the apostrophe got lost. And when I met Mr. Anaya in 1969, when I was living on the border down there, the family had tried to, at that point, was trying to copyright the nachos, but it was too late. They had spread, and you know, today you can get them in the Pittsburgh airport.
Yeah.
And they taste as much like real nachos as I look like Jennifer Lopez.
Yeah, yeah. But that's so interesting. You don't think about it. Like, of course, they started somewhere.
That's what
out of desperation.
Well, you know, this book is full of funny stories about traveling and eating.
Yeah.
Because both things are pretty funny, and meeting strangers.
You took a special tour when you turned 60, right?
Yes.
What happened on that day?
Well, you know, it's interesting because sometimes people who read the book, they come up and they say, "I was laughing like crazy in one page, and the next page you had me crying." And I thought, well, isn't life like that? And my 60th birthday was like that. I decided to go for a walk. I decided to follow the River Thames across England, 200 miles by myself with my backpack.
Really, nobody else, just you?
Just me. I have my backpack. That's sort of like somebody else. And I meant to, as the Navajos say, walk in beauty, to be mindful of the moment and in the moment and at peace. It didn't work out that way. It was, I mean, well, I got lost following a river twice. I fell in the river. Well, what do I do now? So I checked into a hotel in London, and I called my office in New York, and they said, "We have bad news." And I thought, well, doesn't that just figure? And I said, "What?" And they said, "Julia Child died today." And I got off the phone, and I thought about it, and I thought, well, here I've winded myself across half of England, and Julia would never have done that, which is why she endured. I thought, well, what can I do to celebrate both our birthdays on Sunday? So the next morning, I got up, and I took a plane to Italy. And I went to this little restaurant, and they had a room above it. And Sunday morning, August 15th, I was floating on my back at dawn in the Mediterranean. And I was thinking about Julia and the James Taylor song, "The secret of life is enjoying the passage of time." And all of a sudden, I thought, James knows, Julia knew. They're right. I'm never going to be a minute younger than I am right now. And I can either whine or I can enjoy this. And I stopped and I thought, there are more big bites and more adventures in my life as there are in yours. But if I were to die tomorrow, it would be wrong to say, "Oh, Linda, she lost her life," for I have lived one.
That's great. Good advice. Good advice. Everybody is getting a copy of Linda's new book, Take Big Bites, Adventures Around the World, across the table. It's in bookstores everywhere. We'll be right back. Don't go away. Lisa Kudrow's new show, The Comeback, premieres Sunday, June 5th at 9:30 on HBO. I want to thank Lisa Kudrow, Il Divo, Linda Ellerby, Joshua Kim, and Miss Hood. Tomorrow, Helen Hunt and Nellie will be here. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.